when I really started doing my inner work and I stopped intellectualizing the spiritual journey and started to walk the path, I started to feel like, oh my gosh, there's no going back. There's no going back to the things that I thought were keeping me safe and the things that were familiar. And that really made me nervous. It threw me off course for a while. And if this is you, I definitely want to talk to you because you're not alone and it's okay if you feel this way. My name is Jessica Sisko and I am a medium and spiritual coach. If you're looking to find a consistent way to trust your intuition and recognize when it is speaking to you, then I invite you to check out my spiritual connection package. The link for that will be in my description. When I first really started doing this work with all my heart, I started realizing that there were mindsets that I had to let go of. Ways that I was keeping myself small and quote unquote safe that I had to let go of. And that made me very anxious. And it kind of gave me this feeling of, I'm on this spiritual journey. Aren't things supposed to go a little smoother? And I get it if you're having that feeling right now. It's perfectly understandable and perfectly okay. And I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not bad. It just means that you're growing. You're going through that period of growth where you're recognizing that shrinking yourself down to make other people more comfortable or feeling like you're responsible for their happiness or their lives in some way. If that no longer resonates with you, it's okay. What that actually means is that you're just no longer willing to tolerate it. And it means that you are possibly even increasing your own self-esteem. You're learning how to love yourself. You're learning to reconnect with yourself. You're now learning to go within. You're choosing peace over chaos, and you're choosing your own happiness and your own boundaries, not over other people in a selfish way, but over other people in the way that you're caring for yourself now so that you have more to give. But this is not how I saw it when I was going through this process. I needed several reminders of that. And I also needed to learn how to put myself first, to learn how to let go of the guilt of putting boundaries in place and saying no to things that are draining. I've had to convince myself that I am not responsible for other people's happiness, and that was really, really hard for me because I had old stories around that, and I built my identity around that, and I think that's what makes it so difficult to let go of things like that, is the fear of what happens when I let go of my identity. And what happens is actually you start to reconnect with yourself. You feel this deep sense of inner peace. Your mind chatter, well, it never really stops, but it starts to quiet, and it doesn't have nearly as much of a hold over you as it once did. Even if you go back into those old negative patterns, you won't want to stay there because it just feels uncomfortable. And one really cool thing that happens now that all that noise has been turned down is you start really listening to your own soul, your own intuition, and you start really meeting your own needs, following your own path, your own heart. And isn't that the point of all of this inner work that you've done? Because then once you do that, you're in a greater position to be of service. And isn't that the whole point of the spiritual journey that you're on? So let this be kind of your encouragement to keep going. And when you feel that fear, just remind yourself that you're okay. Seek out guidance if you need to. And then keep going. My spiritual connection package, again, will be in the link in the description below, along with my other services. I am sending you all so much love and many blessings.